Hi, it's Lorraine here at the Doc Detox, and welcome to the Pelvic Restoration Q&A. And today, our topic is incontinence. And what the medical system has told us about incontinence is it's due to hormonal or physical changes um, caused by different reproductive systems caused by reproduction. And it can be hormonal. It can be, it affects twice as many women as it does men. It does affect men also. It can be because of a pregnancy, quite often right after a delivery. A woman will have some incontinence until the muscles strengthen up. It can be because of menopause, and it can be even stress related. And it's more often in older women. Um, what else can I tell you? Two different types. One is stress incontinence, which is the most common one, and that is more common in younger women. And then urge incontinence, which is an overactive bladder, common in older women. And they have a sudden urge and have to run to the bathroom really, really quick. Sometimes it can be just a thought of having to go to the bathroom, and they need to get there right now. A lot of things, some of the things people would try is not to drink so much water. And sometimes they have trouble in the middle of the night, getting up often or not making it to the bathroom on time. Symptoms are things like pelvic pressure or spasms, pain during urination, frequent urination during the day, frequent urination at night, bedwetting, and the treatments that the medical system would give you would be medication to relax the bladder, to increase the amount of urine that can be passed at one time, Botox injections, and again, that relaxes the bladder. Something for the nervous system, obviously doing exercises to strengthen the pelvic floor. There's biofeedback that can be done to help control the bladder muscle. They can use a pessary device that can lift the bladder and urethra, and sometimes that makes a difference. And of course, surgery would be one of the last things that they would do. So here at the Docket Detox, we know that incontinence has everything to do with that leaky large intestine. So when you've got the leaky large intestine, that's the fungus in the body has actually drilled little holes in the large intestine. And now anything transitioning through the large intestine has the opportunity to fall into the pelvic bowl. And that creates irritation to begin with, then inflammation, and then infection and tissue rot. So when the organs in the pelvic area, and that includes the bladder, actually all of the organs in there, but the bladder, because it's right down there, it's right sitting in that manure pile. So it's going to be one of the first things to go. And so when it gets irritated, it's not going to be able to expand and contract properly. That urethra is not going to be able to hold well enough. And the bladder can actually, because it can get inflamed, it won't be able to hold as much. So you've got a couple of things going on there. So what we need to do is we need to help the large intestine. So how do we do that? Number one, you know what? You can download the pdgfree.com and start going through the perfect day protocols. You can also look in the library and look under I Am Woman and the ultimate water fast, the advanced water fast, where you're going to find the ultimate coffee enema and the vaginal or rectal, if you're a man, infusion. If you're a man with incontinence, you want to do the ultimate coffee enema first so that when you insert the infusion, it actually has a place to get absorbed into. So you can find more information on those two things in the library with the advanced water fast and also the I Am Woman and also the do-it-yourself healing guide. You'll be able to find that information in there. I mean, alternatively, you could, if you're a woman, you would want to maybe book a pelvic restoration consultation with one of the master teachers. So myself, Simran, and I believe Alicia can do them too. So any one of us could help you with that. I mean, definitely doing the pelvic squats is going to help. So you're going to find those in the Perfect Day Manual. You'll also find them in the Do-It-Yourself Healing Guide. So those pelvic squats are going to help strengthen and tone the pelvic area. You know, getting yourself on the daily cleansing tea to make sure that large intestine is moving things out in a timely manner. And also getting on the black gold. The black gold works in the digestive tract and it helps to repair the gut lining. So that is the holes in the large intestine. Other things you can be doing, making sure that you're drinking enough water, because 99% of us are pretty close to that, or constipated. The medical system would say that you're constipated if you are not going to the bathroom and having a bowel movement at least once a week, and some doctors would say once a day. But if you're eating 3 meals a day, you need to be having a bowel movement 3 times, because yeah, I mean, where does that stuff go, right? The only thing our body hangs on to from what we put in it is the vibration or the frequency. Everything else gets excreted. So if you've had 3 meals, you should be having 3 good bowel movements. So what does a good bowel movement look like? Well, it should be about 6 or 7 inches long. It should float, not sink. It should be about, when you take your finger and your thumb and you put them together, it should be about that round, that thick. And there shouldn't be any mucus. There shouldn't be any blood. If there's any of these things happening, it's not a great bowel movement. So we need to be able to make sure the bowel is moving properly. So the daily cleansing tea, the black gold, is going to help get rid of viruses, bad bacteria, fungus, and parasites. And it only works in the digestive tract. So definitely you want to be taking that. It takes about 2 days for it to transition out. So when you first start seeing it coming out, you're going to notice that your bowel movements are more of a darker brown. Actually, they may even be black. Don't be alarmed, because that's the black gold coming out. Like I said earlier, you want to make sure you're drinking water. Structured water would be the best. And if you've already gotten into the hydrogen water, that would be another thing that you could be doing to your water. So you structure it first, put it in the hydrogen vessel and set it for that 6 minutes. Allow it to hydrogenate the water, and then you're ready to drink it. Another thing you can be doing is putting that black gold in your water. So after you've structured it, put the black gold in there. If you've got the hydrogen vessel, you want to hydrogenate it first and then put it in a cup of drinking, whatever you're going to drink from, and then put your black gold in there. The black gold works in the blood system, and it's small enough that it crosses over the blood-brain barrier. So it also gets rid of viruses, bad bacteria, fungus, and parasites. It is going to balance your metabolism, balance your hormone. It supplies 70 micronutrients to the area. So it actually makes it so the cells can function better. So when they expand, they bring in nutrition, and when they contract, they push out more waste. And of course, you want to be eating a good, clean diet. You know, all of these things count. You've got inflammation in the body. So we want to be able to get rid of that inflammation. We want to be able to support the body so that you can raise the vibration of the body. You know, incontinence is not something you have to live with. There is a lot of natural ways that you can take care of it. And here at the Doc of Detox, we know how to do this. We know how to do it right. We know how to support every little bit of the body so that it can do the work it is supposed to do. I mean, we get a cut and we do not question the fact that it's going to heal. Absolutely everything else we question. You know, all we have to do is supply the body with what it needs, and it does the work it's supposed to do. And this is at any age. I don't care how old you are. You do not have to be buying Depends and thinking that's the only thing that you can be doing. We don't have to live this way. Whether you're a man or a woman doesn't matter. We do not have to live like this. Our body knows how to heal. We just have to give it what it requires. And that's right from what you think, what you're eating, the exercises that you're doing, the extra protocols that you're doing to help support the body become healthier, how to detoxify the body on a regular basis. You know, we are living in such a toxic world right now. There's no way our body can get ahead without us having an active part in it. We have to be giving our body extras. I mean, 75 years ago, the soil wasn't degraded. It still had minerals. We don't even have minerals in our soil anymore. So the foods that are being grown nowadays, they don't have the energy. They don't have that going forward. So we're deficient from the get-go. You know, we can't eat enough tomatoes to get what a tomato 75 years ago gave us. So we have to take massive personal action if you want to be healthy and moving forward. You know, I want to be 90 and cutting my grass if that's what I want to do. I am not going to be with walking with canes or a walker or in a wheelchair or in a care home where somebody has to totally care for me. I'm not going to be that person. I am going to give my body absolutely everything it needs so that I can one day, when I'm over 100, I'll just fall asleep and I won't wake up, and I would have had a beautiful, productive life with quality in it. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what we've been told we should have. And then, the medical system came in there and told us we didn't understand things, and we had to count on them. And yes, for emergency care, we do need the medical system, but everything else, we used to be able to count on our elders to educate the young people on how to take care of things. And that kind of just got quashed. We don't do that anymore. We, run to the doctor when we have a sniffle or a sneeze or a strain or a sprain. I mean, these are things that we should be able to take care of on our own. You should be able to be your own practitioner. That's one of the beauties of, downloading that Perfect Day guide. There is so much health information and how to in that book. It's amazing. Every house should have one of those in there so that you can be your own practitioner. We should not be running to the doctor for every little thing. And again, with emergency situations, you bet. That's an emergency. But if I've just twisted my ankle, I should be able to know how to take care of it. If I've got a fever, I should be able to know how to take care of it. These are things that in that Perfect Day guide, there's a lot explained. But is there anybody on this here with me? And are there any questions? I'd love to be able to help out with any questions if there's any questions out there. I don't know, Rafa, if you can see questions, because I can't. And I'd like to be able to answer any questions if there's any questions out there. Yeah, and I'm not sure how to get around that. Rafa is in Ixtapa, Mexico, and I'm here in Calgary. Rafa is there where the 5-star healing center is, healing and training center. And that's where you can, go and just decide that you want to have a nice, healthy vacation and swim in their structured water pool and enjoy the ocean and, just relax. And
we don't have questions.
Thanks, Rafa.
Thanks to you. You're welcome.
Where you could, relax and have a nice clean diet, somebody preparing your smoothies, your salads, and, all you have to do is just be you and soak in the sun and grab some of the sand when you're at the beach and do a nice sand scrub and just love yourself, And if you're there with your partner, maybe you want to learn the non-surgical so you can take care of each other, and that's something that they would do there too. So you could do personal treatment and training, you and your spouse or your partner, or maybe it's a whole clinic that want to come down and get trained. We need to have more practitioners out there. We need to have more people educated in exactly how the body works so that we can be healthier all around, not just on a nutritional basis and, using the nutraceuticals and a clean diet, but also that non-surgical. That non-surgical body work is able to open up areas of stagnation. We get areas of stagnation when there is crystallization that turns into calcification, that turns into scar tissue. So we can have scar tissue in our body anywhere without actually having a surgery. Because our body is always wants to take care of us. So maybe I fell down and injured my knee, and nothing opened up. There's no scar or anything, but my body's always going to want to compensate, and it's going to put crystallization there, calcification, and even scar tissue. So when you can find either be that practitioner, especially if you come with your partner, you could be able to work on each other, and you'll find that you'll have more mobility, more stability. You'll be able to move better. You'll get rid of those aches and pains, and you will have a beautiful life with quality in it. You know, I want to be able to get up in the morning and do what I want to do. I don't want to be counting on somebody else helping me move, helping me eat, helping me get dressed. I want to be able to do all those things on my own. So, you know, coming down to Ixtapa as a couple and learning, and you could learn absolutely everything, you know, the whole life coach and the Wolf non-surgical. You can learn them together and do a longer time down there. And just, you know, this is such beautiful work. And I feel so blessed to be able to bring this information to Calgary. That's where I am. And I've also got the Cell Sonic, which is another energy medicine device, which delivers the love harmonic, and that just decalcifies the cells and makes it so the cells actually move the way they're supposed to, and it puts the right spin on the cells so it becomes healthy. Other things, we've got in Stewart, Florida, in June, there is the Whole Life Coach coming up. And then right after it is the Wolf Non-Surgical. And then after the Wolf Non-Surgical is the Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass, which is the one that Simran and I are teaching. And it is a 3-day masterclass for women. You know, we're all about supporting our beautiful bodies. I know the first time that I took this course, it really opened my eyes to how much of a disconnect I had to the pelvic region. And, you know, talking and teaching this, most women, we are very disconnected to that pelvic area. And when we can bring our energy down there and strengthen and tone that area, and we do breath work and meditations and womb clearing and the yoni egg, and we do healing circles. And it's just so empowering for women to take this class. It is, you won't regret it. Absolutely everybody who takes the class, we get them to do a selfie, an up close selfie of your face on that very first day, and another one at the end of the third day. And then you compare them and you can see the brightness back into the face. And you know, if it's in here, it's down there. And it's, you know, our pelvic area for women, this is our holy grail for healing. So if you're dealing with something and you want to not have to go that medical route, you want to be able to take things naturally and do it more natural. This is the class you need to be taking. You don't have to have taken the Wolf Non-Surgical or the Whole Life Coach in order to take the Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass. So anybody can hop on and do that. So we are in Stewart, Florida in June, the end of June. And then we are in Coffs Harbour, Australia for the Whole Life Coach first. And that is in August, I believe the beginning of August. And then the Wolf Non-Surgical follows after. And then, of course, the Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass. And then in October, we're back in Ixtapa, Mexico for all 3 of these classes. Rafa, could you put the exact dates up on the screen? Is that something that you can share?
Yes, it's done. Right now it's on.
It's on? Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you. So you can see the dates up there, and just know that we have reduced our prices. While everything else is going higher, your groceries are costing more, your heat for your houses, gas for your cars, everything is going up. We have brought ours down, and it's because we are so passionate about getting this information out to everybody. So we've brought our prices down by about 30 or so percent. So it makes it more affordable for everybody. And if you're Canadian, you're going to pay in Canadian dollars. If you're United States, you're going to pay in US dollars. And if you're Australian, you're going to pay in Australian dollars. So please, take advantage of this, get yourself signed up, and on your way to being that beautiful, bright, shining star, light for your family. Become the practitioner, and then help your family and your friends, and start, taking advantage of all the information that you learn so that you can love yourself first and then shine that light on everybody else. I think that's about everything I wanted to say. So, Rafa, I think we could wrap this up.
Okay, but do you want to say goodbye and after
Yes.
the outro?
All right. So I want to thank everybody for hopping on board and listening. And again, if you have any questions on your pelvic region, please put them in the chat, and I am going to be checking the chat. And then also, any questions about anything health related with what's going on with you. Put your questions in the chat. We want to be able to help you. It is our passion, our purpose to be able to do that. You are more than what you give yourself credit for. And the body does know how to heal. All we have to do is honor it and give it what it needs. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, wherever you are in this world. And 3, 2, 1, we've got this.